Hey, what's up, everyone? You are watching or listening to the My Comic Book Journey podcast. I'm your host, KNDY. In today's issue, we go back to 1992 for Valiant Comics Solar Man of the Atom, issue number 7, which was written by Jim Shooter. And this was a very interesting issue. By the way, the penciler is D. David Parlin, the inker was Stan Drake. Colorist was Knobflow, letterer was Audra Varda, and editor was Bob Layton. So, this issue, by the way, you can see the artwork here by Barry Windsor Smith for the cover. This one was really interesting because you have a scientist, Solar, powerful being, but yet he's a scientist, not a fighter. And in this very issue, there's this alien race that's been a pain in the butt that has been affecting the Valiant universe. Pretty destructive alien race. Look like insects, bipedal insects, and pretty much he has taken out their armada. Just really using his powers, destroying thousands upon thousands of their ships. So what do? They send out their top hero, and sure enough, their top hero has an XO armor. Yes, the similar armor to XO Manowar. And Solar, being so cocky because he's destroyed thousands or hundreds of thousands of their spaceships, gets cocky and thinks he could just beat this alien now with the exo armor. And sure enough, he finds out that this alien now with his armor has way powerful special abilities, that even he is having problems and nearly getting himself pretty much near death. So this is a major battle between the two, and this will lead off to continue in the next issue, of course. But I think, if anything, is that during the earlier years of Solar, you get these. I think it was issues. I'm not sure if it was 1 through 10, but let me bring it up here. And this one was by Barry Windsor Smith, I think, that who did this. But yeah, so Solar Man of the Atom, Alpha and Omega, Part 7. And according to this, sorry, I'm looking down here. The original Solar Man of the Atom was conceived by Bob Layton and Jim Shooter. It was developed by writer Jim Shooter and pencil artist and storyteller Barry Windsor Smith. Inked by Bob Layton, colored by Janet Jackson, and lettered by Jade. Each of the first 10 issues of Solar Man of the Atom will contain 3 pull-out inserts, like the one following this page, presenting one chapter of the origin, plus a section of a huge 26 and 1/2 by 51 1/4 fully assembled, depicting the incredible climax of Alpha and Omega. In both form and substance, the story is unique, an event that will make an indelible mark in the history of the comics medium, a milestone in the new era of excellence introduced by Valiant. So this issue, this insert right here is quite interesting. Hold on here. So yes, this issue is quite interesting because it came with this insert, and this origin pretty much focuses on Solar, the professor, and his girlfriend at the time. And I think what's interesting is that the pages for this origin is like the super harder cardstock instead of usual comic book pages. Almost feels like the paper that you use to put in your comic book bags, like acid-free, those little inserts that you put to protect your comic books. It was almost that thick, and I'm just like, wow. I'm surprised that, well, not exactly that thick, but certain pages are were a little thicker than usual. I didn't want to say that it was that thick because as a cardboard book, but you're getting the picture though. It was thicker than usual comic book page. So that was very interesting. The other thing that was interesting is this, always, even with Defiant Comics, um, from Jim Shooter, is always his little tidbits that he writes. Like he writes, during the early 60s, DC Comics dominated the business. They had all the advantage: names, artists, well-known characters, and big money. But we, the comic readers of that time, suspect that the people who ran DC had disdain for the things we loved. In fact, DC was run by stuffy businessmen. No freelancers were allowed to enter the premises without a coat and tie. The place was infamous for its insurance company atmosphere. Anyone who enjoyed his work was considered crazy. Readers over the age of 8 were considered brain damaged. One DC editor once said that the comics were things to be read sitting on the toilet. Nothing more. DC was cashing in on the legends and its care. During the early 60s, Marvel Comics arose from insignificance to challenge DC. The people at Marvel then cared about what we, the readers, cared about, the grand universe that they were unfolding before our eyes. Marvel toppled the giant and chances on its beard. Now in the 90s, Marvel Comics has all the advantages: name, artists, well-known characters, and big money. But we, the comic readers of this time, suspect that the people of Marvel who run Marvel now have a disdain for the things we love. In fact, Marvel is run by financial people. The place is infamous for its political atmosphere. Artists are considered commodities. Readers are regarded as zombies. Marvel has become like the Franklin Mint, producing collectibles instead to be preserved in plastic, nothing more. Marvel is cashing in on the legends in their care. Valiant is owned and run by creative people. No dress code. The place is becoming famous for its friendly atmosphere. Creators are respected here. Readers are us. We're building a universe. Let other watch their beards. Boink. A shot hits. The back iron crumbs onto Debbie's desk, scattering Solar Man of Adam script pages. She gathers them with utter nonchalance and continues working. This happens often. From over the windows where the pencilers sit, a voice yells, "Stop turning your wrists. Follow through." That's Coach. Coach pencils Magnus Robot Fighter, and the credits he's listed as Mark Moretti. He has quite a story. Mark started out to be an artist, got sidetracked into sports, and became a successful basketball coach. His career was taken off. He was offered a coaching position of the University of Maryland, but the muse gave one last shout in his ear. He decided to turn the job down and try to make it as an artist. Not long afterward, he showed up at Valiant with samples. They had some rough edges, the kind you might expect in the word of someone talented but out of practice. Fortunately, Bob Layton, our stealth Gandhi, has a keen eye for talent and signed on Mark at age 33. He became the world's oldest art knob. Mark worked with incredible intensity and determination to progress and improve his skills, and now he's drawing our #1 book. He's great, and he's getting better. His Dragon Rising double-page spread in Magnus Robot Fighter 8 got him a lot of attention in a hurry. But wait till you see the Leha versus Zirkle fight scene in issue 11. Not only is Coach emerging as an outstanding artist, he's dramatically improving our Nerf basketball shooting percentage run here, too. Not fast enough to suit Debbie, of course. And that was Jim Shooter. So it's a little different vibe. It's kind of interesting to read that stuff back then and to find out, years later what happened to Jim Shooter and staff. But they eventually went on to create the Defiant. But it kind of shows because they tried to create an atmosphere of not like Marvel and DC, but somehow things happened and Valiant changed. So anyway, this was an interesting issue, number 7, Solar Man of Adam. Definitely check it out, and a really cool battle. But again, this is early on of the Professor. Didn't know how to fight, knew he had destructive powers, a little cocky, but well, not a little. Anyway, you all take care, and I'll see you later. Wink, wink, and see you later, everyone. Bye-bye.